Located in the heart of the Cibao regions, Santiago is internationally renowned for a rich history and vibrant cultural life. For centuries, it has been a cradle of resistance, education, and national pride.
From the colonial era to the present day, the city has witnessed the rise of intellectual thought and the flourishing of cultural traditions that continues to define Dominican society.
And through its monuments, institutions, and people, the heartbeat of Santiago remains palpable. It shows across generations.
Its legacy lives not only in its storied architecture, but in the voices of its people and the stories they pass down.
And each landmark we visit, the history of Santiago continues to speak.
Welcome to the San Luis Fortress.
The San Luis Fortress, built in the late 16th century, is one of the most emblematic military structures in Santiago and the entire north region of the Dominican Republic. Originally constructed by Spanish between 1567 and 1577, it served as defensive stronghold against pirate attacks and foreign invasion that threatened the colony. Located near to the Yaque del Norte River, its position was strategically chosen to safeguard the city's trade route and control access to the interior of the island. The fortress reflects the architectural style of the Spanish colonial military engineering and was named after San Luis, the patron saint of Santiago.
Over the centuries, San Luis has played a critical role in many historical events, especially during the Dominican Wars of Restoration in the 1816. It became a key site for Dominican rebels, fighting to reclaim the nation's independence from the Spanish control. The fortress also served different military functions during the Haitian occupation and later during the USA occupation or of early 20th century. Each period adheres to its historical and symbolic value.
Today, the fortress houses a museum that preserves colonial area, weapons, military artifacts, and original documents. These exhibits offer a detailed look at the evolution, Dominican military history, and the struggle for the sovereignty. Beyond its wall, the fortress tells a story of resilience, a monument that centuries of conflict, resistance, and the enduring spirit of the Dominican people.
San Luis Fortress is more than military landmark. It is a living memory of colonial legacy, foreign intervention, and national victories that have shaped the identity of Santiago. Visiting this means walking through centuries of Dominican history, a history carved in stone, carved by towers, and told through the silence of corridors. vivid key moments of the war, offering a visual narrative of the Battle of Sovereignty. The artistic work brings to life the struggles, sacrifice, and triumphs of the Dominican people during the Restoration era.
The monument was originally built to honor of the heroes of the Restoration, but also serves as a powerful reminder of the struggle of independence and the complexities of the nation past. As one of the most iconic landmarks in the country, it is a place of reflection where visitors are encouraged to consider the cost of the freedom and resilience of the Dominican people. This imposing structure rises to height of 70 meters over the city. Constructed from white marble, its design was carefully selected, symbolize the unbreakable strength of the Dominican Republic. Monument's architecture reflects classical European styles, burning elements of Roman triumphal with Latin American neoclassical influence.
Today, el Monumento a los Héroes de la Restauración is not only a historical site, but a symbol of Dominican identity and pride. It stands as a statement to the sacrifice made by those who fight for the freedom we enjoy, and is going to inspire future generations to remember the cost of liberty and the importance of the national unity.
Benito Monción Street is more than just a route. It's a historical artery that runs through the very soul of Santiago, named after one of the key figures the Dominican Restoration War. This street preserves the spirit of resistance and patriotism that defined the 19th centuries.
Over the years, it has remained a space where tradition and progress coexist. Since colonial era, buildings preserved with care stand in contrast to signs of modern urban life, creating a vibrant blend of past and present.
Walking through this street is like stepping into a living museum. Many of the houses here date back to early centuries, 1900s, showcasing the characteristic wooden architectures and ironwork that define Santiago's historical identity.
In addition to its architectural value, Benito Monción Street has long been a center for social and cultural life. It was once home to influential families, intellectuals, and merchants who shaped the character of the city.
Today, it's a reminder of symbolic and strategic location. In the heart of the history center is connected major landmark and serves as a reminder of Santiago's resilience and cultural continuity.
Benito Monción Street tells a history of identity and legacy, a history that can still be read in every balcony and every stone land along its path.
Founded in 1894, El Centro de Recreo is one of Santiago's oldest and most emblematic institutions. It was born during a period of national reflection when the city's elite began to envision spaces that went beyond entertainment, places where ideas, art, and progress could coexist.
Establishment marked a turning point in the city's cultural and intellectual landscape. The founders, a group of visionaries, educators, and professionals, imagined it as a forum for enlightenment where music, literature, and public dialogue would nourish the minds of the future generations.
And their vision took form in this stunning neoclassical building, with its grand frontage, arched windows, and symmetrical elegance. The architecture reflects an European influence that was common in the Dominican elite society at the time, but itself remained deeply rooted in national pride.
Its influence wasn't limited to the arts. Over the decades, the institution promotes community engagement through charity events, educational programs, and civic initiatives that thought to uplift the population. It became, in many ways, a second home for Santiago's most passionate citizens.
Walking inside today, one can still feel the energy of those past generations. The vintage wooden floor, the high ceilings, the old photograph on the wall, they don't just preserve the past, they invite us to reflect on our present.
Even as the city has grown and modernized, the Centro de Recreo remains a symbol of continuity. It still welcomes guests for recitals and exhibitions and cultural discussions, proving that tradition and innovation can coexist harmoniously.
In a world that moves so fast, a space like this reminds us of the value of heritage, not just as something to admire, but as something to live, to question, and to carry forward with purpose.
The Centro de Recreo doesn't just tell the story of Santiago, it tells the history of people determined to preserve beauty, knowledge, and unity, even in the fight of the time.
And as we stand here today, surrounded by history and inspired by this legacy,
We are reminded that cultural spaces are not just built with bricks, but with dreams, dedication, and shared vision of who we are. Santiago is more than just a park. It's a powerful symbol of urban evolution. Once this side of the Cibao Airport, the transformation of this space into a green oasis reflects the city's vision for sustainability and communal well-being. It is where history breathes through nature.
Environmental importance beyond the cultural and recreational value, the park plays a vital role as a Santiago's green life. Carefully planned for the biodiversity, the park contributes significantly to the city's air quality and ecological balance. Future plans include the creation of lakes and aquatic areas engaged in both its beauty and environmental function.
The story begins with the land surprising origin, an airport runway, now turned walking trails. Through archival photos and testimony from longtime residents, we trace the remarkable shift. From air travel to green renewal testament to Santiago's capacity for transformation. Daily life in the park every sunrise brings movement, joggers, cyclists, and families. Breathe into the live park. Children play, elders relax, and couples stroll through its safe path. These everyday moments highlight how the park has become embedded in the heartbeat of the city.
Through sparkling signs and personal stories, we will find a rich portrait of what this park means. Urban planners and architects will reflect on the park vision, while local historians will reconnect us to its past. Visitors and events organizers will add emotional depth with their life experience. Visual language. Drone footage will reveal the park's vast life.
Tribute to a living space where nature, memory, and community intersect. Santiago's transformation from a runway to refuge show us what's possible when a city dares to dream green.
Located in the heart of Santiago de los Caballeros, Centro León is not just cultural center, it's a living archive of Dominican identity. Since inauguration in 2003, it has stood a beacon of art, heritage, and education for the Caribbean region.
Screening and musical performance to book fairs and academic panels. Centro León hosts a wide variety of events that bring the community together.
Through exhibition, workshops, and educational programs, Centro León nurtures a dialogue between past and present. It fosters an understanding of who we are, both as Dominican and as part of a global community.
Central León plays a vital educational role in the region, with guided visits for students, interactive exhibition, and specialized programs. It has become a classroom beyond walls where art meets learning.
The architectural design of Centro León reflects both modern sophistication and cultural symbolism. Built on a land with historical significance, the center's structure is a metaphor for openness, welcoming every voice and every story.
The center hosts an impressive collection of visual art, including works from some of the most influential Dominican and Caribbean artists. Its permanent exhibitions signal the identidad, explore them of race, spirituality, and daily life in the Dominican Republic.
It is more than a museum. It is a cultural heartbeat that resonates across generations.
As we walk through its house, we're not only witnessing art, we're engaging with the very soul of our identity.
And every exhibit, every story, and every memory preserved, Centro León reminds us that culture is not remembered, it's life.
Hello there.
Llegó vino madurito, guanábana, naranja, lechosa, ni pero maduro. Llegó vino madurito, guanábana, naranja, lechosa. La chanta, ¿va a querer?
La naranja, naranjero.
I like orange.
Naranjero, la naranja.
Llegaron las flores.
The flowers.
Chicharrones.
El que me compra uno le da un besito, los tomaticos, la berenjena. El que me compra una come cosa buena, la berenjena.
Bien, primeramente darle la bienvenida al grupo de estudiantes del John F. Kennedy que hoy nos visitan por acá. Con relación a la pregunta que me están formulando, yo creo que la esencia del santiaguero como tal, la ciudad y lo que habitamos, esta región acá, es la parte de gente, es decir, el calor, el cariño de la gente, la educación, el trato que tenemos hacia quienes nos visitan, y de una forma espontánea lo hacemos sentir parte de la misma ciudad. Por algo lo llaman la ciudad corazón, y yo creo que es bien merecido ese título. Bien, la parte histórica y de monumentos, aquí en Santiago, ¿verdad? Ya se ha venido desarrollando una parte turística, vamos a decirlo así, Y nuestro mayor valor que tenemos es la historia que tiene la ciudad. Aquí venimos de celebrarse varias batallas, de ser una ciudad pujante, trabajadora, que se ha desarrollado a través de los años. Y entendemos que lo que más agrega a la ciudad es su historia, la cultura, todo el patrimonio que existe en ella y por supuesto su gente, que es el complemento esencial de cualquier pueblo. Así que esperamos que este tipo de trabajos se sigan realizando para generaciones como la de ustedes, jóvenes, estudiantes, que en sus manos está el futuro tanto de la ciudad como del país.
As the sun sets over the majestic monumento a los héroes de la Restauración, casting long shadows across the city, we are reminded of Santiago's enduring spirit.
Santiago is more than just its landmark, be it the historical significance of La Benito Murcia or social hub of the Centro de Recreo.
It's the vibrant pulse of the street, the warmth of people, and the rich cultural legacy preserved with institutions like the Centro León Jiménez.
Every corner tells a history. Every smile reflects a history of resilience and joy.
Santiago de los Caballeros truly is the heart of the Cibao, a city where the past intertwines seamlessly with a dynamic present, forever celebrating its unique beauty and the enduring spirit of its people.
La ciudad corazón.